Hello everyone, my name is Animesh Patel and today I will be presenting my research titled The Impact of Visual Aids on Cognitive Load, Vocabulary Retention and Engagement in Beginner Hindi Learners. Learning a new language can be overwhelming, especially for beginners. Cognitive overload often makes it harder to retain new vocabulary. Theories like dual coding and multimedia learning suggest that combining visual and verbal input enhances learning. While visuals are used widely in language apps like Duolingo, there is still little empirical research on their effectiveness for absolute beginners, particularly in less commonly taught languages like Hindi. This study aimed to explore how visuals influence vocabulary learning, mental effort, and learner engagement. I focused on three core questions for this research. How do visuals affect cognitive load and mental fatigue compared to text only materials? Do visuals improve immediate vocabulary recall? And how do visuals influence learner engagement and sustained attention? For the design, I recruited 26 adult participants with no prior exposure to Hindi. Both the study sessions had the same questions except Group A having visuals and Group B having the text only for their study session. Participants were randomly assigned to either Group A or Group B. The test experiment was available in both the online and offline versions for participants' convenience. All participants completed a pre-test to confirm no prior exposure to Hindi, followed by a structured learning session based on their assigned format. A post-test measured vocabulary recall. Finally, a survey was used to evaluate cognitive load, fatigue, engagement, and overall satisfaction of participants. Key findings included Group A significantly outperformed Group B. The average vocabulary recall score for Group A was 4.38 compared to 2.92 for Group B, supporting the idea that visuals enhance memory retention. Survey insights included effectiveness of visuals. Group A rated visuals highly, average was 8.69, and even Group B, who didn't receive visuals, agreed that they would have been helpful in vocabulary retention. So they rate as 8.62 out of 10. Perceived difficulty. Group A found the content easier to understand with an average of 3.31 than Group B, for which the average was 7.69. This indicates that Group B uh, felt the material to digest to be very difficult. Mental demand. Group A reported lower cognitive demand with an average of 3.77, while Group B experienced more effort involved with an average of 7.62. Mental fatigue. Group A reported less fatigue, average of 3.31, whereas Group B reported higher fatigue with an average of 7.46. Satisfaction. Group A had a much higher satisfaction score with an average of 8.23, while Group B reported only 4.92. For the conclusion, this study shows that visual aids significantly improve vocabulary recall, lower cognitive load, and reduce mental fatigue. Learners also found the experience more satisfying and engaging. Even participants in the text only group believed visuals would have enhanced their learning. This result supports the value of multimodal learning, especially for beginners. Limitation involved multiple things. There were a few limitations. Sample size was small, limited to beginners, and data on fatigue and load was self reported. Also, the study measured only short term recall and focused solely on vocabulary, not other skills like grammar or comprehension. Future research should involve larger and more diverse groups, explore other language proficiency levels, and use objective tools like eye tracking or biometrics. It would also be useful to assess long term retention and the effects of visuals on broader language skills.